My name's Zerkovich, and Creative Assembly have enlisted my help with this video to guide you to glory in Total War Warhammer 2. In battle, these vermin are capable of fielding large numbers of units on top of their already large unit sizes. This means the Skaven can overwhelm their opponents with sheer numbers and are fantastic for harassing and disrupting enemy plans. You'll find that Skaven armies can be divided into two parts, the expendable and the expensive. Your expendable units like clan rats and Skaven slaves have the purpose of not only harassing the enemy, but trying to protect the expensive units as much as possible, whether that means absorbing frontline charges, getting in the way of cavalry, or chasing off skirmishers. Keeping expensive units like your plague monks, gutter runners and rat ogres safe is pretty important due to the lack of leadership and armour for the Skaven, so you could use a meat shield of clan rats to avoid any devastating charges from any strong infantry units. You could then wait a bit and let the clan rats do as much damage as they can to soften the enemy up, before sending in your powerful units to do the real damage. Or, as the Skaven very often have a numbers advantage, you could opt to flank round to completely envelop the enemy front line, causing massive damage and leadership penalties. Your stronger infantry can have many different roles, like Death Runners here, who are a fantastic flanking and ambushing unit given that they have stalk and concealment bombs to help keep them hidden. They also have armor piercing and armor sundering, making them fantastic against heavily armored elite units. Plague monks with their bonus versus infantry and frenzy ability could be a massive damage dealer to any light infantry, very often a great choice for the front line. And if there's a cavalry or monster that needs slaying, the storm vermin with halberds can rise to the occasion. So against monster heavy factions, they're definitely worth bringing along. The Skaven also have many different missile units available to them. Some, like these gutter runners here, are great ambushing units as they not only have vanguard deployment, but are very fast so can flank round quickly as well, allowing for some nice side and rear shots on the enemy front line. Their speed can also help keep them out of trouble. The Skaven have a ranged unit for every situation though. Poisoned Wind Globadiers are anti-large so can take down monsters and cavalry. And then there's Death Globe Globadiers who can absolutely obliterate large groups of enemies. And the damage dealing Warp Fire Throwers with their fiery magic attacks will incinerate enemies' health as well as their leadership. Now, one weakness for the Skaven is that they have no cavalry, so they fall short in having any very fast flanking units. Enter Doomwheel. This terrifying contraption is the fastest unit on the Skaven roster, great for flanking and making a mess of the enemy backlines in a chariot fashion. Skaven monsters can be good flanking choices too, especially rat ogres as they're fantastic against infantry and very hard to stop. Of course though, the Menace Below and spawning units from the earth is a great shortcut to flanking for the Skaven. Perfect for disrupting missiles and artillery, getting in the way of cavalry, or getting into the back of the enemy front line. The Skaven also harbour a lot of vile magic, mostly geared towards harming the enemy as it is very offensive. There's very little in the way of protection for your ratkin. The Skaven's biggest weakness is that they don't have a great deal of staying power due to their low defensive stats, and while they can run away and rout early, they are actually quite resilient and will come back to the fight. Especially as Skaven units have an ability that will make them run faster when they're routing, making it harder for enemies to completely kill them off.